Okay, here we go. We pulled the ski out of the hot box, and we're going to come across and see what these waxes did. Now, it was only in there for 2 hours, so... Ooh, look at that. See that puddle? Where'd that come from? Look at that. Okay. That is the blue. Okay. That's the harder wax. And look what that did. That just ran all out there. And you can really see where it's on the margins here. Okay, see how it's run into there? I'll run my finger over it. You can see now it just polished it, and took that off. But it's really important to understand that the wax does not have to become completely liquefied or molten to excuse me, to work. So okay, so there's the blue. Okay, now look, in between the blue and the pink, look at this. Look at all that. See all that? Look at that. It just, ski's still a little bit warm right now, but look at that. Okay, now that's in between the blue pile and the pink pile. And look at the pink pile, it melted down pretty good. Same thing, you can see how it just really melted around. And remember, this wasn't ironed on. You saw the video, they were just laying there, just chunks of it, okay? Now here we come up now. The next wax was the yellow. It's just like, there's not even a chunk there, okay? This was the yellow, okay? Now when we look at this yellow again, well, again, an autofocus camera, it's hard, okay? So there's the pink. Okay. There's the yellow. Remember the chunks that were there? There's not even a chunk left. Okay. It's completely melted down. Totally flat. Okay. Okay, now we're going to move on to the next wax that I showed you, which was the Graphite Zoom, which is all temperature. Well, it's really not all temperature, okay, but it's a thermoactive wax. And as a matter of fact, Dominator, first one that made that. But anyway, it's fairly hard. So along with the graphite makes it harder to melt down. So watch this. That's your Dominator Zoom. Okay. And you see it's totally melted down and connected to the ski. You see the little margins around the wax? You see how, and I'll show you this a little bit more, how they're connected to the ski. So although the entire piece did not melt down, I want you to look closely around it, because see, we didn't see these stains around the outside edge prior, of any of these wax particles. So all this that you see traveling off here, that's your zoom. Okay. Now we come up, and the next wax is Graphite Zoom Renew. Now the Renew is real soft. Look at this. Man, I mean, it spread this stuff out all over the place. And the pile is, well, it's pretty much gone. It's like the yellow. It's really flat. Now the reason you see all that extra is all the particles of graphite too. They just don't tend to spread out as much. It's pretty tougher. Okay, now here's the Renew without graphite. Okay, the Renew, if I can find it in the dang camera. Okay, here's the Renew without graphite, the Renew wax without graphite. And you see it really did spread. It spread really well. We have a complete connection between these two, here. Have a complete connection. And at any rate, the one that really melts the best is the yellow. Just yellow hydrocarbon, soft hydrocarbon, really spreads out into the ski. So anyway, okay, once again, I'm gonna try to get a focus with this auto focuser camera. We're gonna come across this again. Okay, first thing is the blue. Okay, this is blue hydrocarbon. 150 degrees, 2 hours. Okay. Yeah, we still got chunks, but look at that. Okay. Okay, now we're moving up. Still blue. Here we come up to the pink. Okay, there's the pink. Notice, remember these were just two blobs. Look at all the wax in between the two blobs. So in a sense, they did completely connect. Okay, so there's the pink hydrocarbon. The next one is the yellow hydrocarbon, which again is completely melted down. Okay, so when they, if you have real wax that talks about temperatures of wax and hardness of wax, this is proof of that. Okay, this is proof that there really is a difference. Okay, so you can go grab a candle off the shelf, wax your skis with candle wax if you want, but if you want the right wax for the day, okay, candle wax might be great for spraying or something like that. But okay, so there it is. This is the Graphite Renew again. But anyway, we'll back way up off of this again, okay? And let's see if I can get the light to look right at it here. I don't know if maybe if I come this way, this will be better. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I don't have my reader glasses on. It's real hard for me to see. I'm just going to make a slow pass. Okay, this is the hardest wax, the turquoise, the pink wax, the yellow wax, the Graphite Renew wax, and the Renew wax without graphite. Now remember, one thing about these Renew waxes that they claim and tell you is that they're a combination of an extremely soft wax and an extremely hard wax combined. So that would explain why, even though it's a Renew wax and it really runs all over and really fills everything up, look at that grease. There also is a harder portion that remains in the Renews, okay? And that's to, okay, I'm not going to get all into it with you, but there's a thing. You're soaking your ski, plus with the Renews, you're actually leaving a harder layer at the surface. And this hot boxing and looking at the results of how this wax melts, in my mind, it really proves that. Because, okay, again, here's your yellow hydrocarbon. I mean, that is flat. I mean, it's just down to nothing. So it melted the best. Even though the Renew waxes are super soft, and they do have a harder component in them. And, well, at least these ones made by Dominator do. So, okay, people, happy waxing to you. I hope this satisfies people's curiosity about what a hot box can do. This is only 2 hours, okay, at 150 degrees approximately. I may have gone a little bit hotter, okay. And you saw the video prior, so you know they were just some blobs of wax laying on there. And imagine that. That was at 150 degrees. And there's absolutely zilcho damage that you're going to do to a high quality centered base. Well, zilcho, yeah, exactly zero. You got to go way hotter than that to destroy your ski. But that stuff is soaked in. Oh, yeah, that's right. I almost forgot. So now we're going to show you that this stuff isn't just laying here, okay? It's adhered, okay? So I guess really you don't have to. That's adhered, okay? We know that's adhered. Okay, here's the zoom, okay? Okay, now I'm going to take a scraper here. Oh, I don't have the ski locked in. I'm just going to lean on it. I mean, this stuff's tough. Okay. Okay, so anyway, there you go. Okay, there's adhesion there. Do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it's soaked into the ski. It's not just laying on there, obviously. Okay, so here's the pink. Find the pink, and here's the pink. Oh, I'm pressing. Oh, it's hard. I mean, that stuff is totally, look at that. Complete adhesion and total soak in. Okay, now, okay, this was the one that maybe you might be more skeptical of the harder wax at the hot box at 150, but But you can already see how the wax is soaked all over the place. Trust me, this wax back here at the tail, this didn't come from some softer wax that I laid around. I showed you guys the blobs. Okay, so here's the hardest wax that I'm using currently, which is the blue wax. Now this ski's still totally warm. You can tell by, otherwise, like if I let this thing cool down, I'm telling you, this thing would be so hard to scrape off. I mean, that would be hard. But anyway, you can clearly see here that the wax is very adhered. I can't see it. It's so hard to work and look at the little camera screen and all this stuff. And this is not even a killer ski. I just did this for experimentation. This is just a junk ski in the shop, although it was soaked. Okay, there you go. Hot box. Hot box, hot box, hot boxing. Hot boxing with Dominators. Ciao.